What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am John Rocha, joined as always by the man himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny Boy. How are you, Johnny Boy? You know, they announced a Johnny Boy movie this week.
Did they really? Who's doing that? Who's starring in that? Why am I not getting a call?
It should be you. It's Barry Keoghan instead.
Oh, well, you know, Barry Keoghan's got a resume. I appreciate that. Maybe I can do a stand-in for him if I chop a couple of feet off of my body. But that's a great situation. I love that for Barry Keoghan. Always good to see him getting work.
Hey, can you hear this air purifier in the background? Can you hear this?
I totally can hear it, but it's not annoying.
No, we're going to turn that off.
Okay. It sounds like you're, inside a situation. So there you go. This little behind the scenes, behind the curtains view you're getting, everybody, to the situation.
Wow,
Thanks.
what a view. All right, let's do this.
Thanks to everybody who's joining us live. We appreciate y'all madly. We got so much to get into here going on in the world of entertainment with some casting news, some big news about Batman, about DC, about this merger possibly happening, not happening, UTA versus Variety. Oh boy, the girls are fighting. And we also got stuff to get into with James Bond and all kinds of stuff happening here. So make sure you send in your Streamlabs super chats as we go along here. Send in your love so we can answer them at the end of the show. So, Jeff, I'm not putting up graphics anymore, man. I'm just going to go right to the stories, and we'll look at the write-ups and have conversations about them as we go along here on the show. But we should start with this because we're both invested in this Heat 2 situation. Apparently, Heat 2 is adding Odessa Young as Charlene with more casting still underway. Odessa Young has nabbed the role of Charlene, previously played by Ashley Judd. Young is coming off her supporting turn in Springsteen, Delivering Me from Nowhere, which I still liked, and I know a lot of people did, but I thought she was good in it. Furthermore, it sounds like Mann is about to cast newcomer Maria Sid as Gabriela. No word yet on Isa Gonzalez, who was recently in consideration for the role of Elisa. There is still one more female character left in the book, and that's Anna Liu, who is Taiwanese in the book. So your thoughts on this, Jeff? You like this casting? Are you familiar with Odessa Young? What do you think about all this? And does it mean anything? I guess is what I'm asking.
I do like Odessa Young. I did think that she was good in the Springsteen movie. That was actually the element that I really liked about the Springsteen movie was that romance.
I agree with that.
I like this casting, right? If we got to, recast Charlene.
Yeah.
Then what's interesting is I'd heard I saw a rumor out there that they were trying to get Vanessa Kirby.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
She's a 38-year-old British actress. Odessa Young's a 28-year-old Australian actress.
Right.
Kind of a big difference. But I guess they're calling it in the middle. What was I going to say? So here's the thing with Indy Navarrete.
Yeah. Let's talk about that because that was another element of this. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So that was first reported by the New York Post?
Yes.
Do you guys understand that the New York Post is an outlet that people use to launder things? It's they use the Post to put forth a narrative, but what the Post puts out is not always the most accurate narrative, as we're going to discuss later today.
Right.
So while Indy did read for Heat 2, it was never I get to sit back and choose whatever I want now. X-Men, Heat 2, maybe I'll do them both. Who knows? It wasn't like that. Because here's what I'm told. Indy didn't make the best tape.
Ooh. Oh, shit.
Maria, this woman, Maria Sid, I looked her up today. No credits I recognize. Tiny little agency. She made the best tape. And it's almost refreshing that in this day and age, the person who makes the best tape gets the role instead of the person who's red hot and everybody, the giant movie star.
Right.
Indy, before Obsession, all due respect, I haven't seen her work on Superman and Lois, but she wasn't a major star. She was maybe a mediocre actress, a mid-level actress.
Sure. 7th on the call sheet, everybody loves to say. Yes.
Sounds like that's the kind of tape she delivered. It wasn't the best. If it had been the best or even second or third best, maybe it would have been her role. But, because it'd be what's the difference? She's this much worse than the other girl. I might as well cast her just like me. This girl, Mauricio, was apparently a lot better than her. So
Fascinating. Yeah. So the narrative got out there, and this probably speaks to how early Indy Navarrete is in her career, that her PR team should have been on top of this and squelching this from the beginning, because for about a week and a half, people were saying, how could you choose this over this? Why would you choose X-Men over, or I guess almost 2 weeks, why would you choose X-Men over Heat 2? And now we find out, according to you and according to the Wrap, that she was never even offered the role in Heat 2 and did not turn down the sequel to make X-Men. She had a single meeting with Michael Mann, but it never went any further, according to the Wrap. But you're saying she actually taped, and the tape came, and they weren't a big fan of the tape, and they moved on from her. So
that was what I mean, it wasn't just like a meeting. I mean, you don't just like meet somebody and it's like, yeah, you're not right for it or wrong for it.
Totally.
It's like, I need you to read the lines and see how you perform them. I heard it didn't go that well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ultimately, again, what have I always said on this show, guys? The right actor typically winds up with the role.
Yeah.
Seeing Indy Navarrete in this kind of role might be like jarring. You might be like, oh, that's the girl from Obsession. It might take you out of the movie. Like, you know, I'm sure that this girl Maria is probably going to be a better fit for the movie, whether or not she's a bigger. I mean, that's not even debatable, right?
Right.
And X-Men is a good call for Indy. You know, it's
right.
It guarantees her work for the next 10 years in a type of environment where, you know, young actresses tend to come and go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is Maria City you're talking about. You know, she hasn't done much. She only has like 2,000 followers on Instagram. So get ready. Get ready for your IG to blow up. Get ready for you to be a big star once they announce this whole thing and have it confirmed, and then see where we're going. So I agree with you. It's nice to see that there are still people who can show their talent in a room and get the job over the more established or more well-known actor or actress, because it's about getting the right person in for the part. And Michael Mann, kudos to him and the casting department there for getting her onto the project, and hopefully she delivers a hell of a performance. And I'm looking forward to see what Odessa does, because she was electric in that Springsteen movie. I like her as an actress as well.
Yeah, I like her too. The movie doesn't need more star power like Indy Navarrete. It has Leonardo DiCaprio and Christian Bale. Like, why pay for another star salary if she is getting it at this point? Like, you could pay nothing to a newcomer actress who's delighted to be there and better fit.
Absolutely. Well, let's move to a trailer that dropped today, Jeff. This is one that's been getting a lot of buzz because Sebastian Stan is the lead of this. A lot of people think he might win a Best Actor or get nominated for this. It's Fjord, which is Christian Mungiu's, and I hope I'm saying that right. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. Divisive Palme d'Or winner that takes an aim at left-wing fundamentalism. The trailer has been released by Neon today. It was set to screen at Telluride and TIFF. And this is a cultural controversy around Fjord. Comes from its central premise: a deeply Christian Romanian-Norwegian family, Sebastian Stan and Renata Rensvi, play the parents, moves to Norway, and runs afoul of the country's progressive child protection system after authorities suspect the parents of abusing their children. Dude, I thought this trailer was fucking phenomenal. I should have done a reaction to it, but like, this is amazing what you're seeing on, and I've never seen any of Christian Mungiu's work, never. And immediately after the trailer, I'm like, I need to watch all of these movies that he's done, because this is my kind of language. And I enjoyed Sebastian Stan and Renata in here. And this is, and especially this idea of taking on left-wing fundamentalism. I think this is going to be fascinating to look at this. What are your thoughts on this trailer? Have you seen the movie at all or anything?
I have not seen it yet. But once upon a time, kids, they made movies. They were called dramas. They didn't have any superheroes or capes in them or anything like that. They just presented normal, everyday characters with extraordinary situations. Christian Mungiu.
Okay.
3 weeks in 2 days. That's the abortion film. That is a masterpiece. And I don't use that word lightly. That's like masterpiece. I'm told that this movie's excellent. I can't wait to see it. The trailer looked fantastic. Abuse, it's tough to say as a parent, especially when you're coming in from a different country. You have different ways of child rearing, that kind of thing. You and I think, maybe saw the end of a belt, maybe the end of a rolled up TV guide or magazine.
Certainly. A spoon. Yeah, a wooden spoon. Yes.
I mean, if someone had seen that, or if I had maybe had a welt on me, that my parents should have lost custody of their children. No, but obviously if they're doing that every day, like That's not good either. So you got a fine line to play there.
Yeah.
But it is going to be fascinating to see what the reaction is. This is already being sort of labeled the MAGA movie.
Oh, really? Oh, that's unfortunate.
There's definitely maybe a right-leaning bent towards this.
Yeah.
And, just like everybody out to get you that's kind of on the left, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, that was the perception of it coming out of Cannes. I think it could still crack the Best Picture lineup, but it's obviously a competitive year, and Neon has some other contenders.
Yeah, it pits traditional Christian values like parental authority and religious freedom against progressive liberalism, state intervention, and contemporary ideas about child welfare. This is fascinating because Sebastian Stan is very clearly a progressive. He's given numerous interviews where he said, certain things that are progressive ideas, yet he's played Trump in a film, and now, which of course is not exactly a flattering portrait of Trump, but it was an incredible portrayal, and now walks into something like this. What I love about this is a challenging topic, a challenging film. And I like that an actor is willing to go into the lion's den of a movie like this and portray this character and challenge the thoughts. Because also, you say, once upon a time, we used to have dramas. Once upon a time, it was okay to challenge points of views. Once upon a time, it was okay to honestly debate this stuff so that you could have your own point of views challenged and either change some of them or adjust them or feel more confident that what you believe is the truth. And so I like that this is a film that seems to challenge, it's going to seem to challenge us. And it seems like it could go both sides. Like, is he right or is he wrong? And is the state right or wrong to intervene? And this is based on a true story, by the way. So this is not just something that was a figment of imagination of the writer. This is a true story. So I think that makes it all the more compelling. It reminds me of Anatomy of a Fall, Jeff. Like when I watched the trailer, I was like, this feels like Anatomy of a Fall. Well, who's telling the truth? What's the real thing that's going on here?
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, me too. And Renata Rensby, who I want to see in more things as well. Jeff, tell me, is this bullshit or is this the truth? John Turtletop says that National Treasure 3 is finally happening 20 years since the last one here during a live taping of the National Treasure Hunt podcast in Philadelphia, my birthplace. Turtletop said a third film in the Cage-led historical drama, or franchise rather, adventure franchise, is officially moving forward. It's happening. He said the first people I've said this out loud to, he said, I've not said anything before this, but you deserve to have the scoop. He added that Disney has a script they like, and that to whatever extent we can, everyone is back in the cast, including Cage. And of course, Cage had expressed doubts back in 2022 that a third film was happening. And then that terrible series came out that less said about that, the better. So is this bullshit? Is this hyping it up? Or is this putting Disney on their heels? Or is he really telling the truth here that it might be happening?
I did hear, I think before this report hit that things were maybe coming together, but like, look at what's happening around town. You've got Disney going back to the well on Home Alone.
Yes.
Universal going back to the well on The Mummy.
Yes.
I just think that like nostalgia, right? You can't beat a good nostalgia play. Cage is looking, I think, to do a big studio movie, whether that's another Face Off, or I mean, this guy was banking on a big HBO payday for True Detective. That's
true.
It didn't come through.
Right.
That's sort of like still in limbo at the network and in development. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was pushing for it. Obviously, Disney with Pirates as well. They're going back to the Pirates well.
Right.
So with Johnny Depp, or at least they're going to try. So it makes sense, I think. This is within the realm of plausibility.
I mean, we got the Kate Hudson going back to How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days or whatever is getting a sequel to that. We got Practical Magic 2 coming out in a few weeks. So yeah, the thing doesn't end. Everything is old as new again.
Series. I mean, we got a new Da Vinci Code series.
It's right. Yes. But I do think this could be interesting for so many levels, right? National Treasure 3 is an adventure film that explores America's history, right? And who's Nicolas Cage's dad in the movie is John Voight, who is a hardcore MAGA guy. So do we have this idea that both of them are competing to find this piece of Americana history to prove agendas or points of views or whatever? This could be fascinating. If you made it a little bit meta, it could be really interesting to see what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? And what they're trying to find in the American history, what artifact. Yeah. Just saying.
We'll see. I don't think we need to get into the John Voight of it all.
I'm just saying, he's his dad. And Diane Kruger could use getting back on the screen again, Jeff. It's been a while since we've seen her in anything from a big studio. So it could be interesting to see that. And Justin Bartha can't keep waiting around for another Hangover movie for sure. Jeff, here comes the case of the reappearing and disappearing title. The Uprising has now dropped the Robin Hood title after a chaotic 24 hours. Over the weekend, it was released that the Uprising was now the rise of Robin Hood. But now, folks, this is chaotic marketing campaign. Just look at it. Okay, here's an update on Focus's chaotic marketing campaign currently happening for Paul Greengrass's The Uprising. 24 hours later, after they announced the rise of Robin Hood, Focus is back to just calling the film The Uprising in the new trailer, while the UK distributor is outright denying that it's a Robin Hood movie. Here's their statement. Marketing materials posted by other countries that may appear in the UK online and on social media referencing Robin Hood are not issued or approved by us. But the US press note sent out this morning refer to the film simply as The Uprising, and they mentioned Robin Hood in the synopsis. So, Jeff, what the fuck is happening here for a film that's going to make $5 million at the box office? What is happening?
You said it. The movie's not tracking to do well, right? So it was always, excuse me. It was always about like a Robin Hood figure. Yeah. It was always about a Robin Hood figure. So it makes sense that like if no one knows what the Uprising is, and as soon as you hear peasant revolution or whatever, your eyes just glaze over. That at least on the international side, I could see why international distributors are like, fuck, we got to do something for this movie. Just slap Robin Hood in there because, it is about sort of the guy who inspired the Robin Hood myth, if you will. Yeah. I've seen other plays like this. It's not the craziest thing. It definitely reeks of desperation. It tells you, right, how well this movie is going to perform. Yeah. I got a screening invite yesterday with 4 different options. Haven't emailed back. I don't know. And by the way, no one was beating the drum louder for Paul Greengrass's last film, The Lost Bus. That was me.
Right. You were.
It's not so much about the filmmaker or the cast. The cast is fantastic. It's just like, this just seems like a really dark, grimy, brown, like movie about dirty, poor people uprising. I don't know.
Well, that's what I don't understand the logic here. The film has been called The Uprising for quite some time. We just had a Death of Robin Hood movie die at the box office, even though I thought that was fantastic. I thought Sarnowski did a really good job with that movie. But you saw that putting Robin Hood in the title was not leading to box office success. So why in the fuck would you even put that in your title to think that you
What are you supposed to put? Avengers?
Just don't put anything. Just leave it as The Uprising. Leave it at The Uprising.
No, I don't think that Robin Hood hurts it. I don't think people are like, oh, it's a Robin Hood movie. Now I'm definitely not going. I think if anything, we get a few people who are curious and it's like, oh, another Robin Hood movie. I didn't see the one. I mean, how many people saw the fucking Hugh Jackman one? Nobody. And
not a lot of people.
I didn't see it, and I'll tell you why. That's an even worse title because no one wants to see the death of Robin Hood. They want to see Robin Hood fucking living and robbing people. So, no.
But this looks pretty dour, so it's not even going to be that. Really, it doesn't look like it's going to be like
I don't listen
to good time
based on their titles, right? At the end of the day, the trailer's the same, regardless of whether it's called The Uprising or Avengers Fuck All. I'm not very interested in seeing this movie. It's something I'll probably catch in VOD.
I would not say Avengers Fuck All for sure. That's not really my jam. Bro, we got in the category of snowflakes. Let's bring up Chris Hansen here, man. Apparently, Chris Hansen is freaking out about this Primetime film, and after having seen the trailer, if I was Chris Hansen, I'd be kind of freaking out as well. He's apparently buying ads before every screening of Primetime. Moviegoers heading out to see the Robert Pattinson movie based on Hansen's To Catch a Predator host will apparently be greeted by Hansen himself. He has bought pre-show advertising in front of every theatrical screening of Primetime, using the spot to promote True Blue, his streaming service focused on predator investigations. Hansen filmed the ad in a kitchen. He said, quote, "I'm going to need everyone in the theater to take a seat right over there," he tells the audience, before directing them to True Blue with a QR code. And he has not been a fan of this whole situation and this movie coming out. So because they apparently wanted him to sign some NDA before they showed him the movie, they wouldn't do it. So it's a whole drama here going on. But I guess it's smart marketing, and maybe he's getting ahead of his portrayal by like telling people to go sign up for his new program. But I think this reeks of desperation. What do you think of this, Jeff?
I mean, it's not desperation. It's smart. If you're in the theater to see a movie about Chris Hansen and to catch Predator, why wouldn't you, if you're Chris Hansen and you had a product to sell, buy time beforehand and be like, hey, you're about to see a movie about me. I'm the guy, and this is my new venture. Please, right. If you like To Catch a Predator and you missed the show, you appreciate what we were trying to do, this is what we do all fucking day on True Blue. Right. Like, I didn't think it was that controversial. When I first saw the headline, I was like, I thought it was going to be like a rebuttal to the movie, where it was like, hey, the movie that you're about to see is full of shit, and they didn't consult me, and blah 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 blah. It's just an advertisement for what he's doing.
Right. But THR says he did have that in the original copy. In the original copy, the movie audience, he said that the movie audiences were about to see a, quote, Hollywood fantasy version of what actually happened.
Oh, right. But that could have been led to trouble with A24.
Right. So they cut the line. But certainly his intention was very much to undercut that movie in its portrayal of him and what they did on To Catch a Predator. And so I just think it's interesting that he wants to try to rebut it before the movie even is shown. Because I don't understand, like, people aren't going to be thinking about his ad before they see the movie. Like, they're just going to jump into the movie. And after the movie, they're not going to be like, well, let me counterbalance it with the ad I saw before the movie. I think it's stupid. Maybe it'll affect some people to sign up. But the last thing you're doing in the theater is going on a QR code to sign up for something when you're sitting in the movie.
Some people at the end of the movie, though, aren't they going to wonder, hey, whatever happened to this guy, Chris Hansen? Right? And it's like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
Sure.
We just, now we know we can go to the site and see what he's up to every day.
I did that after I saw the documentary and looked up his stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the movie's good. I think it's going to be good. I think that Chris Hansen has a complicated legacy, right? Like,
yeah,
most of us, I think, would agree. Chris Hansen was trying to do good for the world. He's trying to get rid of pedophiles and out these people and stuff like that. Yeah. There's a reason that's not how we do things in this country, right? We let the police handle these investigations because this is the kind of thing that can go horribly wrong, right?
Which it did, right? Exactly, yeah.
And that's probably what we'll see in this movie.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to the movie, but I can't really get mad at Chris Hansen for buying time on it to promote his new venture.
It just screams to me that main character energy, and he's going to do that, which is the whole point of the movie. Like, he's reinforcing the whole point of the movie by doing this. That this guy loves himself so much and wants to be the center of attention so much that he will even put an ad in front of a movie that's talking about him. So
the NDA stuff, like, I've certainly signed NDAs to go to screenings, but there are other screenings where I've shown up and they've asked me to sign an NDA, and I say no, and I leave.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. In general, I would not recommend to journalists and critics that they get in the habit of signing NDAs. That's a bad thing.
I can't recall ever signing an NDA except to read the Black Panther script when they showed it to us at Marvel. We went for that because we were doing an ad campaign with them. But other than that, you go in, you see the movie, you give your 2 cents. Yeah, I agree with you. All right, let's get into a big story here, Jeff. Let's get into this James Bond thing. So Bond 26, Jack Barton leads a short list set for screen tests with Loudon, Turner, Elordi, Mescal, O'Connell, and Dickinson. Everybody there. This is what it's looking like. The race is now down to 3 actors, apparently. Jack O'Connell, Callum Turner among them. A third is supposedly a mystery, but I had a source reach out to me, Jeff, and this is what they told me about the situation. They said that Jack Loudon, Callum Turner, Jack O'Connell, and Jack Barton are the 4 leads they're actually looking at, the 4 people in contention for James Bond. That Loudon and Barton are the leads for now, and the casting is in September, and there will be an announcement in October. That's what I have been sent. But what do you know about this? Is it bullshit? Is it true? We've been on this for a while. Your thoughts on this, man?
I think it's bullshit.
Wow, what? You do? Like this, there's no short list at all? And you don't think these guys are on it?
No, there may be a short list, but I don't think this is it. I think this is an old list. I don't think it showed any imagination, and you're really not giving the people involved in this movie credit for their imagination. Like,
okay,
I know other reporters think that this list is inaccurate, or at the very least incomplete. I've like the Dickinson thing was a huge red flag for me because I know he's out.
Yeah, right.
So all of a sudden he goes from being out to now I'm testing next month. No,
Right.
I'm not buying that. Like these are the same 5 names. Like again, we did a global casting search and came back with the same 5 names that you might have said a year ago, plus some other guy who, granted, I haven't seen his acting in SAS. If you were to Google this guy, I think I could take him. There's based on the photos, Jack Barton. Maybe that's crazy. Maybe I'd see the guy in person and he'd kick the shit out of me. I'm just telling you, based on his photos, you're telling me that guy is fucking James Bond? That's crazy. Here's the other thing. I mean, there's a lot of things that are wrong and red flags with this.
You think you could take this guy? Do you think you could take this guy? I don't know, buddy.
Yeah,
this guy's got a face.
He looks like I feel like I would just like bum rush that guy and just go Boston on him. I don't know what to say. Yes,
Jack Barton, if you're watching right now, please send a DM and get you on here. I want to hear if you could take Jeff Sneider or not. Go ahead, Jeff. Yes, go ahead.
But let me ask you this. This is
okay.
More or less the most top secret casting process in the world.
Sure.
Is it not?
This side of Batman Brave and the Bold, yes.
Yeah, right. And suddenly, Tuesday morning, we wake up and every scooper with a Twitter handle knows the name Jack Barton. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that kind of like, I just don't buy it. I think it's nonsense. Okay. I think this is like shit that's being leaked. I think it's all some sort of elaborate hoax. Like, I just don't get the vibe, but the snidey senses are not tingling. I think that there's other contenders in the mix whose names we haven't heard.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them was Leo Woodall.
Who was excellent in Tony.
Yeah. I think that, like, if you're actually, like, asking me, like, which guy has, like, heat, like, whose career is rising, he's the guy who you look at, and he's on the rise. Callum Turner just put out a movie that bombed. Doesn't have the juice.
I agree. He does not have the juice.
I'm going to say doesn't have the juice, but he's got a bomb coming out this weekend.
Who's that?
Elordi.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Dog Stars is terrible. Right? Yes.
Like, I'm not going to put him in the category of, like, doesn't have the juice, but, like, these are 2 bomb movies. And to me, it's not just because of what the movie is. It's that the public doesn't really think that these people are movie stars yet. They're too old. Half the list was 36. Right. I don't understand rebooting Bond if by the second film Bond's in his 40s. Right? Like this is how time works, guys.
Yes.
So I don't understand that. I don't understand a 6'5" Bond. Like, again, you're supposed to be a spy. You're supposed to be an everyman of sorts. Right. I don't think that this is the list. I think you got to go back to the drawing board and keep looking. Yeah. Again, New York Post, suspicious.
Page 6. Yeah, page 6. Yeah.
This is somebody using Tatiana to put a name out there to float this or that, or to bump Elordi up because he has a fucking movie opening in 2 days. What coincidence on this timing?
Yeah.
It fucking smells fishy to me. I'm pretty good.
Okay. All right. But I mean, the Barton aspect of it all, maybe he's the hidden one. Like everyone else is so big and it's to cover up the guy they actually are looking at. Maybe it is Barton in the end who will win this thing. And doesn't this, in a PR way, make it look good for you if you're Jack Barton, if you beat out all these other guys who are more well-known than you and have a bigger resume than you to get the role? Doesn't that kind of launch you a little bit into the role? So isn't this a little bit of PR that might be going on here and try to get people on board with this?
I don't think Leo Woodall is the guy either. I don't think Leo Woodall.
Okay.
He doesn't. I don't think it's any of these guys. I think it's going to be like an unknown.
Well, Jack's pretty unknown. Jack Barton is pretty unknown.
Oh, Jack would qualify, but he's not it. He doesn't. He's not. Nope.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so you don't think it's any of these people? All right.
Really don't. I really don't. But I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Like, don't you think it was hilarious that like Page Six put out 6 names, an
Yes.
hour later, Night Edge Media is like, well, it's already been narrowed down to 3. These are the 3 people. It's like Page Six is saying that the tests are happening in September. You're saying that it's already narrowed down before the test. Like, and what have they not? Have they not been testing anybody? Like,
yeah, but you know how this is, man. Like you do that. You have multiple things that you're chasing, and you have information that you're sitting on. And then if somebody puts out that a certain piece of information, you go, well, now the floodgates are open. I'm going to put out my stuff. So maybe they've been sitting on the 3 people, but weren't sure. And then when the list came out and there were 6 people and 3 of the people were on that list, then an hour later you can post that thing. So
to me,
they might have been sitting on it. Yeah.
These are stalking horse contenders or something, or guys who are meant to disguise what's actually happening. Like,
yeah. You know, their name we haven't heard, Aaron Taylor Johnson, in any of these lists. So is this all being put out there to kind of go all the way back to where we started and make it look like they did this extensive search, and by the end they ended up with Aaron Taylor Johnson anyway?
No, I don't think it's going to be him either. Again,
okay.
I think Bond has to be a discovery. There can't be baggage when you're watching James Bond. You can't be watching him and thinking, "Oh, that's Nate from fucking Euphoria. That's Wooden, who's been doing the Bond thing for 6 years on slow horses." That's the guy from the pizza movie I didn't see. Like, I don't understand. That's not what you want. You want a clean slate. You want someone who you can create a star. We need stars in this industry.
Yeah.
Like, let's create some stars, build some new stars, not the fucking guy whose pizza movie got ignored 2 weeks ago. Like, what?
Yeah. True. Very good point. All right, so let's take a moment here. We're 30 minutes into the show. We got well over almost 600 of you joining us live. We appreciate you madly, but only 12 super chats. Come on, people. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along here. Send in your love. The super chat address, you know it, and the Streamlabs address is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video as well. Send your love as we go along. All right. What about this story, Jeff? Let's get into this. Nichola Hoult has exited the Harry Potter series. He was set to play in season 2. He was set to play Gilderoy Lockhart, but he claims scheduling issues got in the way. And now Kit Harrington, who voiced it over for the recent Audible series, voiced over the same character, Gilderoy Lockhart, is now stepping in to take his place. But as the headline reads, there's been a lot of accusations that online backlash about the J.K. Rowling situation of it all is what ended up forcing Nichola Hoult to leave the project for scheduling issues. Your thoughts on this? What happened here, man?
He's how old?
Nichola Hoult?
Yep.
What do you think? You're going to be Bond?
Exactly. He's 36, right? Are all the other contenders for Bond 36? Yep.
Some of them, yes. Some of them.
Pretty interesting.
Them, yes.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, he's 36.
I mean, I think he'd obviously be. I think he'd be the best Bond of all these guys. By the way. Something's up. I mean,
yeah.
Scheduling issues with a what?
Yeah, exactly. That was bullshit. Yeah.
Unless it wasn't. Unless it wasn't, and he's got Bond.
Right.
I don't know if Nick Hoult got bullied off this franchise. It's a fun narrative. It's a convenient narrative to say we won. The good guys won, and Kit Harrington is fucking Kit Harrington. So like, I'm not surprised Kit Harrington said yes to the Harry Potter show. That reaching against, like, he's part of the HBO family. He's not in any position to be turning down what could be the biggest series of the year. Like, yeah,
right. And if you think if anyone has gotten used to backlash, it's someone who's on the last season of Game of Thrones, for God's sake. So he can handle any J.K. Rowling backlash you can throw at him, and people like him. So it's that's not a big deal. Yeah, I wonder what is going on here. I can't believe that Nichola Hoult didn't know he was going to get backlash, or his team didn't know. So for that to be used as the reason seems a little fishy. As I taken a few days since the story broke and thought about it more. So you might be right. You might be right. Is James Bond in his future?
Like creative differences?
Exhaustion. You say exhaustion. Isn't that what you say? Exhaustion. Maybe he's playing he who shall not be named. Maybe he's playing Voldemort. Maybe they offered him a bigger role where he could play the main villain. Now I know people are like, well, why would you play Voldemort after you play Lex Luthor? Because there's money, bro. And there's a lot of money involved in that. And there's nothing wrong with taking that money and playing two iconic villains back to back. So who knows? Any other guesses on that? No? All right.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing that I would say is Tom Cruise wanted Nichola Hoult to be the villain in the Mission Impossible movies, right? Morales played, right? Then he wanted Nichola Hoult in Top Gun Maverick. And it ended up being Miles because Miles was just undeniable, right?
Right.
He's now casting Days of Thunder 2. Could Nick Hoult have finally said yes to Tom Cruise? And he's going to do that.
Wow.
I don't know.
What's the name of Carrie Owens' character in that film? I forget. Could he be Carrie Owens' son? Are we doing a Top Gun Maverick type of situation? I wonder.
Never know.
He could totally be Russ Wheeler. Could be Russ Wheeler's son. I could see it. I could totally see it. All right. Well, we'll keep tabs on that. We'll see what's going on with all that kind of situation there. What else I want to talk to you about here? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about Fit.
I had something.
What do you got? Go ahead. Floor is yours.
I put this in the newsletter because it's very wishy-washy.
Okay.
I heard that Mark Ruffalo,
we can start this.
Who definitely does not hate Jews.
Thank you. What a dumb thing this week. Go ahead. Yes.
Mark Ruffalo's been busy filming season 2 of Task.
Oh, can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait. But I heard he took a break over the weekend.
Ooh.
To film something else.
Oh, over the weekend. Okay.
Well, 1 day shoot, I was told. Now, I don't know for sure what the movie was. Don't pick this up, internet. Don't run this because I really don't know. And I don't know if the timeline makes sense to me. I was told that Mark Ruffalo filmed a scene for X-Men.
Ooh. As Hulk.
I would assume.
Right.
Is X-Men already shooting? Is it? Now, I'm not saying that production has started, but the way these Marvel things go, if they get an actor for a day, like they'll shoot it, and it could be like 2 movies down the line. You know, like if they know they need this scene, they'll get it done and then just sit on it. I heard Mark Ruffalo shot a scene for X-Men. I don't know what the context was. I don't know if anybody else was in it. I also don't know if my source was wrong and it's actually for Secret Wars or something like that. But that is what came in that Ruffalo has been shooting season 2 of Task and took a break in the last 7 days at some point.
Wow.
For a 1 day shoot where he reprised the role.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But it makes sense, Feige wants to interconnect all this stuff. And certainly, as we saw in Spider-Man Brand New Day, this idea of the inhibitors affecting your mutant abilities or tamping down your mutant abilities, it would make sense that they would go talk to him because he was the originator of this thing that Spidey then took on and did what he did in the movie. So that stands to reason that he would be an X-Men because it is connected, I'm sure. I like this idea, bro.
I don't know. All I'm saying is I don't think we've seen the last of Mr. I was going to say Buffalo. Mr. Ruffalo, Mr. Banner. Banner Buffalo Ruffalo.
Well, Jeff, let's not stray too far away from the comic book stuff, and let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. It's the James Gunn portion of the show. We are legally required. We are legally required to talk about James Gunn on this show. Apparently this week, journalist Dan Marcus had been told by Andy Muschietti that the Brave and the Bold situation, which of course I've said for almost 2 years now he's not going to direct, has been, quote, put on hold until after the Paramount Warner Brothers merger is settled. But apparently James Gunn came back here and said that this is not true. He said that that's not something that he doesn't sound like something that Andy would say.
Doesn't
and eventually
sound like
said that everything is going forward. The merger has nothing to do with what's going on here. And then it came. Well, let's deal with that first, then we'll go to the second part of this. But what are your thoughts on this, Jeff? Like, how much of this is true?
I mean, it sounds like James Gunn should be doing corporate communications for UTA. Doesn't sound like that's something our agent would have said. I don't know. I know you have a tape of them saying it on the record, but doesn't sound like something they would have said. Whether or not Andy Muschietti said it or not.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I keep hearing that. I keep hearing it's further along.
Brave and the Bold?
That they want to put Brave and the Bold into production next year.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know whether Andy would direct it or whether James would direct it himself.
Right. Interesting.
But I think that's pretty high on the list of things to do over at DC next year.
Right. That makes sense. So I think maybe the whole Muschietti thing, I think Dan also tweeted out that Muschietti said he was out of the loop. Well, yeah, when you're not going to direct the movie, guess what? You're out of the fucking loop, Okay. So
what did they just announce recently in the last week or two that took a while to get announced?
Good. What is it?
Season 2 of Welcome to Derry.
Oh, yes. Yes, they did.
Recently announced, like in the last couple of weeks.
Last few days.
That's what I thought.
Yes.
That was a fresh news, and I think that will be the impetus for him eventually falling off this. Like you said, it's going to be, I'm too busy with season 2 of Derry.
You go back on a hot mic. I said it almost 2 years ago. He's not going to be a part. He's not going to direct this thing. The Flash left such a terrible taste in their mouths. They didn't want to take a chance on him again. And which is different than Jake Schreier situation. And I knew they were going to find a way to like gracefully move him off of it. They knew they had time, and boom, here's the situation. Now they found their excuse. They can say, well, he's really committed to Welcome to Derry and blah, blah, blah. And he's going to say all the stuff that he says with PR approved comments because he doesn't want to burn his bridge at WB, and just say all the things he needs to say. And then he'll step away from the project, and they'll make it seem like it's his decision. They'll make it seem like it's Andy's decision. But the truth is, they moved him up. James Gunn does not want to be seen as the bad guy, but he is he's making these decisions. And I have to believe, because he was burned about what happened with Cavill, burned by what he did with Gal Gadot, that he does not want to be seen as the bad guy again. So they're going to let Muschietti be the one who decides to move off of this thing. Trust me on this. Anyway. All right. The second part of this is there have been reports this week that came out here basically saying that James Gunn and Peter Safran are reportedly going to remain in charge. An insider speaking to the Wrap said this, that Paramount has no plan, Paramount has no plans to replace Gunn or Safran at DC Studios and will leave the studio as it is if the merger goes through. This matches what has surfaced from those with knowledge of the situation, which has suggested that Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison is pretty open to what we're doing at DC Studios, though. The report suggests that Ellison is also keeping Pam Abdi and Michael DeLuca as the heads of WB Pictures and leaving New Line Cinema's Richard Brenner in place as well. It seems Ellison sees no reason to mess with things too quickly once he gets his hands on WB, though that could change quickly in the future should the merger go through. So, Jeff, I call bullshit on all this. So what are your thoughts? What are you calling bullshit on? I think all these promises are bullshit. 30 movies a year. We're going to keep he's doing the Trump thing. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I promise you get healthcare in 2 weeks. Infrastructure plan in 2 weeks.
What would you like him to do? Nothing. Say nothing? Just be quiet?
Be quiet. Go to trial. See if you get it. And then you can talk your mouth off. Until then, shut the fuck up. It's all bullshit. It looks desperate.
What is bullshit about 30 movies over the next year, either this year or next? They're going to release 35 movies. So like 30 is actually going in the wrong direction, and people are like questioning whether he can get to 30. He'll get to 30.
He can't get to 30. Well, there's no guarantee. Listen, maybe he can get to 30, but there's no guarantee that those 30 are going to be shot in LA. That's the other part of this that no one is talking about. And so this idea that he's going to save the economy of LA and everyone's going to keep their jobs, that report came out, a few days ago and just absolutely decimated that argument. And
he doesn't give a fuck about LA. I think that's clear.
What I'm getting at.
He cares about his bottom line, as every business owner should.
Should. So he should shut the fuck up about trying to save LA. All his PR people and him have come out and said, we want to do this to save movies and save Los Angeles and get these people back to work and put them on film.
Well, they do want to shoot a lot of the movies in LA. They are committing to production in LA, but it's not going to be all 30 movies. What if all 30 movies? What if one movie's set in New York? What do you mean?
Well, one movie is not a problem. I think they just opened a new production studio in England. So this idea that unless you tie them down to make a certain number of movies in LA, which he's never going to agree to, then it's all just fantasy bullshit of 30 movies a year. And we just saw the report of their profits. They're sinking.
John, does any other studio have that agreement with LA about a minimum number?
No. You know why? Because the studio doesn't fucking say that. That's what I'm getting at.
It makes no sense to have that minimum agreement, because then what you're doing is you're dictating the kinds of stories that are told. Sorry, I can't tell this movie about the people in Miami because I got to make 16 movies in fucking LA. I can't go to Miami and tell a movie down. No, that doesn't make any fucking sense, John. You can't make
a Miami movie in LA. LA hasn't stood in for numerous.
Now you're saying, for the sake of jobs, we should sacrifice authenticity in movies so that the people in LA get to work instead of the people in Miami? What are you saying?
Since when does Hollywood give a fuck about authenticity in every film they make? What fantasy land are you living in? They don't give a They shoot Toronto for cheap as shit to make that look like New York. Get out of here, Jeff. What are you talking about?
Sometimes they do. Sometimes
not often.
Nobody should be forced to shoot in Los Angeles if their story is set on the other side of the world. And we shouldn't be saying, well, we can't make stories set on the other side of the world because we have to make stories set in Los Angeles. This is insane.
No one's saying the films have to be set in LA. I'm saying they have to shoot in LA because all this promise that he's talking about saving the economy. Wow. If you say all this stuff, but I'm like taking him at his word, dude. I'm taking at the things he says. And when you break them down and look at it, to me, he's flailing now. And now he's got all these PR people writing these articles, saying all of this stuff. And now 2 attorney generals in MAGA fucking country, MAGA states are like going to go to the Supreme. Iowa. The fuck does Iowa give a fuck about what LA is making in the movies? But this is all a part of this concerted effort to save one of the boys in their tribe, to make sure he gets his little play toy. And it's all disgusting. It's all fucking desperate, sad, disgusting.
And the Ruffalo. I don't know what makes it a play toy, because he's a guy with money. It makes it a play toy.
Yes, of course. And then you've got Ruffalo over here getting attacked for simply pointing out some things that went on behind the scenes with this company. And they're labeling him an anti-Semite. That's the kind of person that is going to be in charge of these studios. And that's abhorrent to me. That's absolutely abhorrent to me.
I think once he owns the studios, I don't know that he'll have to fight these kinds of battles.
I think you're insane to think that. Oh, the town just goes quiet? Oh, okay, David, that's cool. You won. We're all going to shut up about it.
Everybody's going to shut up, and when fucking Paramount offers Mark Ruffalo a job, he's going to take it.
Not with the amount of debt they're going to be carrying.
Stand on their principles until they fucking get offered a giant check.
I think some of them do, and some of them don't. I agree with you. Right? We've seen that happen numerous times. You're never going to get me to say all the actors are principled in this town, or directors, or executives, or anybody, or writers, or anybody. But I mean, Mike Schur's article in THR a few days ago really broke it down as well about how this affects writers, how this affects projects. So this idea they're going to be able to do 30 movies a year when they're combining studios, it's actually kind of a pipe dream, and it's bullshit. I think it's utter bullshit.
I think it's easy. I think it's literally a walk in the park, a fucking breeze.
You've never been an executive, never worked in a film studio, never greenlit anything.
I'm the guy who's saying these studios should actually and are capable of making over 40 movies a year. Okay? 30 is a walk in the park. I don't know why everyone thinks this is like so fucking hard. They're releasing. You have 35.
Never shepherded a movie from beginning to end to port. How can you say
they're at 35 now? Why would it? I don't understand. Why can't they do 35 again? What 30 is the floor?
Where are you getting 35 movies from Paramount Pictures? You're saying things in the air. Prove it. What's your source? What do you mean 35
My source is that I actually read people and watch people like David Poland, who does the math, okay? Why don't I flip it around on you and you show me the numbers that show that it's not 35?
I just think that I didn't even know there was 35. That's why I'm asking you, so I can look it up and bring it up for us to discuss, because I would love to know where this 35 number is coming from. Because I've listened to a bunch of people over the last couple of weeks.
You want to go through it right now? Like,
yeah, I mean, look, I'm bringing it up
to the show, but I'll literally go through Warner Brothers and Paramount's entire slates this year if you want.
Whoa. Warner Brothers is not putting out. Warner Brothers is not right now part of the 35 movies. They're not.
Yes.
No. You can't do that. That's nonsense. Because you're going to combine
about 30, as in Warner Brothers and Paramount. That's the number, right?
You're combining two studios, bro. And when you're combining two, so you're losing all of these people in the combination. So those people that were shepherding those other movies are not going to be there to shepherd the same number of movies in the next year. They're going to be fired because they're overlapped. So you're not going to get the same
no
output.
one after layoffs has ever been asked to do more work or take on the work of their laid off colleagues. What are you talking about?
Oh
John, right now, Warner Brothers and Paramount combined are putting out 35 movies, and now Ellison's saying, I promised 30, and you're saying he's lying. What?
Yeah, I'm saying he's not going to be able to do 30 movies a year.
I'm saying he'll be able to do it very, very easily.
He'll have very, very easily.
Warner Brothers and Paramount, two studios making 30 movies a year. That's 15 movies each. That's very easy to do.
But they're not going. If you look at the Fox and Disney product, look at how the number of Fox films that came out and Disney films, and after the merger, the numbers have not
anything. What does Fox and Disney have to do with anything? Disney releases fewer.
It shows you. But it shows you that the numbers dropped once the merger happened. When you
and the numbers are going to drop from 35 to 30.
Oh, nonsense!
Jesus Christ! It's like you're not listening.
No, it's you're being pugnacious just to be pugnacious, because you're saying this is a drop 5 movies. Like there's a line.
These studios used to routinely make out like they're back in the day. They used to
in the 1930s. In the 1930s when
we were growing up, they made 20 to 30 movies easily when we were growing up. Okay, in our heyday of movie going, they were
right. But cost of production was way cheaper back then than it is now. The time getting permits, getting location spots, getting actors lined up. It takes much more effort to make movies nowadays than it did back then.
I know in the most recent language, I did note, or I did see that it called for production and release, okay? I did see that. But what did I say before this week when I saw that? Paramount, if they have 29, if Paramount Warner Bros. Are releasing 29 movies and the promise is 30, they go pick up some piece of shit like It Ends off Letterboxd, and they give it a fucking marketing campaign, and they say, boom, there's your 30.
In 2025, Paramount released 9 theatrical movies. 9 theatrical movies. Okay? And now you're telling me they're going to ramp it up.
What year?
When they take on 2025. 2025. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So again, it's like John, Paramount just went through all the merger shit of its own. Its hands were tied during so much of that time, right? Where they couldn't do anything because David Ellison's coming to buy the studio. We can't make any big decisions. David's buying the studio. So that's why there's fewer movies in 2025.
Yeah, and there's going to be fewer movies anyway, bro. This whole 30 movies thing is pie in the sky bullshit. You're going to tell me they're going to, how many movies do we report on, Jeff, that start out as possibilities and then fall apart all the time? So you're going to guarantee me that they're going to do 30 movies a year. Production's not going to fall apart. They're not going to bump. I mean, we've had even Disney pushing Marvel movies, for God's sakes. They're not going to push these movies and bump them out and not be able to put them out in the year they said they were going to put them out. They're absolutely going to do that.
So, Jeremiah, you're 100% right. John is arguing semantics.
Right. Yeah, bitch, that's called a debate. I'm surprised you can spell semantics, Jeremiah. Congratulations.
I can
you're going to put a K in there.
30 movies if you want, but okay.
So, there's only 9. How could you go through 30 Paramount movies that have been released if there's only 9 theatrical movies from last year for Paramount?
Look right now.
Where are you from? 9 theatrical.
2027, John. I can go look at what movies are coming out next year, and I will probably get to 30. If I get to 25, they will find 5 more to release next year. Between
just out of the blue.
Yeah, there's plenty of time left. Do you want to do the math right now on the show?
Yeah, of course. You think I'm afraid of being proven wrong? Bitch, who do you think you're talking to? Let's go.
Okay. Let's see.
List of Paramount Pictures. Here we go. Releases 2027. What do you got? Children of Blood and Bone, which already is a fucking shitstorm. The Rescue, K-Pop 3, Sonic the Hedgehog, Boys for Life, Paranormal Activity, Possession. You want to ride on the train? Get on the train. Quiet Place Part 2, 3, New Dimension Turtles, and get like 10. 10.
Somebody, I have pen and paper. We want to do the math right now. You're going too fast. Go, start.
You don't need pen and paper. Here's your 10. 10. Right there. Paramount Pictures, 10.
What are the titles?
I just told you. Children of Blood and Bone, which is going to be a shit show. Who knows if it's even going to come out. The Rescue, K-Pop The Debut, Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Boys for Life, Paranormal Activity 8, Possession, Quiet Place Part 3, Mutant Ninja Turtles Mayhem sequel, and Get Light. Those are the 8. Or 10, rather. 10.
All right, that's 10.
WB Pictures to release in 2026.
So now all we need is 20 from Warner Brothers, you're saying, and New Line. And
2027. Animal Friends. Okay, I don't know what Animal Friends. Remain.
I know what
Revenge of Godzilla Kong. Panic Carefully, whatever that is. Fast.
Yeah, hold on. Wait, we're going too fast. Okay. Animal Friends, Remain. Go on.
Yeah.
Those two.
Animal Friends, Remain. Yeah, where was I? Animal Friends. Okay. Revenge of La Llorona. Well, let's just count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not even, I'm going to count that. 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are all in production. 8. Are these, okay, release dates. 8. Where were we? Oh, sorry. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. I'm going to go there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
This is fascinating listening.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 for Warner Brothers. 17.
Okay, so that's just right now. It is August
27.
2025. We are now 3 films shy of the 30. And and that means you don't think any movies will be dated in the next 13 months. 6
of them are still filming. So there's no guarantee they're going to be done in time to be out in 2020.
They're probably going to come out next year. Go on.
So this is going to be fascinating to see where this all ends up and where it points us. So we'll see. We'll see. But to me, this idea that they're going to merge and then make more movies is utter nonsense.
Nobody's saying that's the case. No one is saying that.
27, using your logic, you couldn't find the 35, but using your logic, we just counted 27 movies in 2027. That's less than 30. And that's with 2 separate studios operating with 2 separate staff. When they combine, there's going to be repetitive staff or whatever they call it that they'll have to fire. So there will be less people and they will be in charge of getting these movies out. You think they're going to put more out than they're putting out in 2027, which is 27 movies, by reducing staff. How does that logic make sense to you? It's like saying, let me cut my writing staff. Let me have 2 newspaper agencies and they're putting out 250 articles each, and let me cut the staff and combine the news agency into one, and somehow I'm going to put out 500 articles or 300 articles.
Let me explain it to you. Let's say you have 5 variety reporters, and they each put out 100 articles a year, right?
Okay.
That's 500 articles. Now you're going to hire 2 of them, right? You only have 300 articles, right?
Wait. How many writers have we got?
5.
5? That's
5 writers.
Okay.
Writing 100 articles each. That's 500 articles. You cut 2 of the writers. So now you're down to 300 articles, right?
Right.
Guess what? Those 300 articles you're still selling the same number of variety papers. 1 a day, right? Let's say it's a daily. 365. Doesn't matter if there's 500 articles in it or 300 articles in it. It's the same number that's being put out. There's just less in it. Okay? So maybe there's overlap and people get laid off. It just means that they're going to have to do more to put out the same number of movies. These people aren't on set. They're not the filmmakers or the actors. They're creating marketing materials and PR campaigns. So yeah, they may have to work a little harder. I think they'll be grateful for the chance to work harder rather than get laid off and lose their job.
What you're going to do is strain the abilities of these people because they're fucking human beings and not machines. And shit's gonna fall by the wayside. Shit's going to get fucked up. Shit's going to get missed. Stuff's going to get pushed and delayed.
And
so,
can't take a get out of the kitchen.
What? Okay, Jeff. Okay.
I'm not worried about you're asking me to be worried about the surviving employees now.
I'm not asking you to be worried. I'm telling you the
You're
truth.
saying we should be. You should be worried about these people.
No, I didn't say worried. I
their jobs because they may have to work harder.
I did not say we should be worried about it. I was telling you what the truth is that you're going to overwork these people and they're going to break. Shit's going to get fucked up. Shit's going to get pushed or missed, and bad things are going to happen. Absolutely.
Worst things.
Absolutely. Yeah, stuff will get pushed. Stuff will fall by the wayside. It'll affect production of the movies, getting them out by a certain time.
It's going to be worse now, guys, because they share a marketing team. Sorry that it affects
I don't know. I don't know. And especially because that man's never run a fucking movie studio before. Giving him 2 movie studios to merge into one and trust that he can run it effectively and carry that much debt. Jeff, hundreds of billions of dollars of debt. It's not.
Let me tell you, dude. I hope you know what, John. What would be the real principled thing is you should say, well, if David Ellison gets this studio, I'm not going to go to any more Paramount or Warner Brothers screenings.
How does that make any sense?
Well, it sounds like you really are against him. You sound like you're really.
I'm against a lot of CEOs. I didn't like fucking Zaslav. I still went to Warner Brothers Pictures. I've been to Paramount Pictures. I love Top Gun Maverick. But that doesn't mean I can't have an issue with the person.
It seems a little bit more personal, but it's okay.
Hey, you fight with your fucking dad. You still go and have dinner with him, don't you?
Sure.
Why'd you refuse food from your dad if you don't like what he's doing? That doesn't make any fucking sense what you just said. It's the dumbest thing I ever fucking heard. You still cheer for the Celtics and they butt rape your fan base all the time. And what do you care? You still come back every year. So get out of here, man. Come on. All right. Anyway, yes, I agree, GA. I don't know how Jeff thinks output.
I don't. I literally don't. You guys are like, I'm so close to using words I shouldn't be using. You guys are killing me. Are you listening to the words that are coming out of my fucking mouth? Are you listening? It's not going to go up. It's going to go down from 35 to 30.
We didn't even get to 35, though. We only got to 27. All right. Anyway, let's move on. I got your semantics right over here, you fucking bastard. All right, let's move on to anything more to say. So you think he'll stick around? Do you think that's truth or bullshit? The James Gunn, Peter Safran thing.
Yes,
you think he'll stick around?
I think.
Well, he'll want him to stick around. Who knows if James will stick around for sure?
He will. He just extended, so he will.
All right, let's get into this situation. We're done battling, but let's get into this battle, Jeff. What is going on here with Variety and UTA? Apparently, this goes back years with Matt Donnelly and UTA to it flared up at Con, but this goes back years between Matt Donnelly and UTA. Apparently, UTA feels like Matt Donnelly's got a hard on for them. What's going on?
What?
Oh, sorry. I thought you said something. Sorry. So Donnelly's, what do you think about all this? Because Donnelly's basically calling out UTA in this article for all these big wigs that have jumped from UTA to other agencies. Nikki Glazer recently, Alex Cooper, but quite a few people have done it over the last couple of years. And apparently the head of UTA sent out this email, this memo to everybody. David Kramer did, basically saying that this Matt Donnelly guy has a hard-on for UTA and has a vendetta basically to go after UTA and take them down. The article that Page Six wrote up basically points out that quite a lot of people are opining on this in this industry, that says it looks desperate that UTA would even issue a memo like this and make a big deal out of it instead of just letting the article disappear eventually. What are your thoughts on all this? What's going on here, Jeff?
It's like the most powerful people in town don't realize that the truly most powerful people in town are the reporters. Okay.
You've been saying this for years.
We shape public perception. You can put out all the company memos that you want, David Kramer. Matt Donnelly is the one writing the stories for the foreseeable future.
Right. He just got promoted on Wednesday. Right.
Seems crazy to pick a fight with the guy who's going to be holding the pen. I understand how mighty your sword is, David Kramer, but you cannot win against a journalist. You can't. I don't know why people try to beat me. It's dumb. This is a terrible look for David Kramer.
Yeah, don't you think?
As soon as you issue a company-wide memo is news.
Yep.
Okay, that is newsworthy. That's what makes this, because it's like when Matt published his story, and full disclosure, I'm friendly with Matt. When he published his story, did Deadline jump on that story and be like, "Holy shit, Variety's reporting that UTA had a shitty summer"?
Right.
Did THR jump on that? No, because they already knew. It's already out there.
Yeah.
This is a recap of your shitty summer story.
Right.
Now you're giving it a second breath of wind, Kramer, by responding to it, saying ridiculous things like Matt attacks women. I'm so sick of women being coddled in the workplace. If we're going to give women equality, I should be able to talk to a woman the same way I talk to a fucking man. Okay? I get it all the time on Twitter when I jump down women's throats. I don't even think of them as women. They're just another person. Okay? I would talk to them whether they were yellow, black, a guy, a person with a tail. I talk to all these people the fucking same, which is shut the fuck up. Okay? So Donnelly probably had a testy exchange with an executive who happened to be a woman, and then it becomes, well, Matt's offending women and threatening women. Shut the fuck up, David Kramer. It's like Matt Donnelly, I'm not going to reveal personal details of Matt Donnelly's life, but the idea that Matt Donnelly hates women is stupid on its face, David Kramer, and it's just so fucking dumb. Journalists are the only people who are called unprofessional, right? It's always Jeff Sneider's being unprofessional. This is a two-way email exchange. How do you think this has got to be unprofessional? He thinks you're acting unprofessional, okay? Yeah. And yet that never factors into anything because it's like you expect these people to be unprofessional. That's what I do anyways. I don't expect them to fucking sit there and answer all my questions. I expect them to dodge and parry and be fucking annoying because they don't know what the truth is in this town. So kudos to Donnelly for sticking to his fucking guns, to Variety and PMC, Penske, who I can't stand, coming out in full force in defense of its reporter. They never would have done that for me. Kudos to Matt for being like, if you're going to tarnish my name and say that, this interview was fucked up on my part, I'll release the full fucking audio and show you that you're wrong. These where's the CorpCom person at UTA, by the way? I don't know their name, which is crazy, okay? They've had a revolving door of people. Rena Ronson knows better than this. I don't know what Kramer was thinking. He's a completely dumb decision.
This to me is when they say that this is a desperate move. This is absolutely a desperate move because you're in a desperate strait when you're blaming the reporter for having a biased point of view on your company when all they're doing is pointing out what is factually happening, that people are leaving your agency in large numbers. Big sharks are leaving your agency because they don't want to be represented by you anymore. And what you do is try to taint the messenger. We see this all the time, Jeff. In the media, the biased media, the fake news media, that's essentially what he's using. He's taking a page out of that playbook and saying, this guy is a biased reporter. Don't believe a word he says. He's got a hard on for us. He's he's anti us, anti UTA. And so it becomes this is a tactic that all these bigwigs have been using lately, is attacking the media, denigrating the media. You say they have a bias towards them. And that's absolutely what's and then throw in sprinkle a little sexual harassment to make it really unsettling, sprinkle in a little disrespect and all this kind of stuff and bias. So you're undercutting the objectivity of the reporter. It's so dumb, man. It's so dumb.
Yeah, Matt's pretty fair and very even-tempered and even-keeled. He's not a raging psycho like me. For someone to accuse him of I just think it's a low blow, especially from the head of the world's third largest fucking talent agency. It's a small man problem. And again, company-wide memo. If you're sending a company-wide memo, you're a bitch. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. If you want to address your troops, David Kramer, get them in a fucking room and look them in the face like a man and say, you know what, guys? I see this Variety article. Doesn't make us look very good, but I'm really proud of, the way that we've handled it this summer. Each of these cases, it was an individual, had, its own set of circumstances.
Right.
And we're going to move forward. What the fuck is this whiny, bitchy email, Kramer? What are you doing?
Well, yeah, but doesn't this show weakness that
yes,
this got
you
leaked.
need a guy with balls to have to be the consultant because all I see is weakness, and that's what I get from most PR people: weakness.
What I'm getting at though is that if he was strong and was really in charge of a UTA and people were behind him and supporting him and lined up like troops dedicated to him, this would have never leaked. So this meeting, even if he'd had the meeting, Jeff, though, the details of the meeting would have leaked because
That's
people
what
don't.
I'm not sure whether
stuff
this
starts
was
leaking.
a leak or whether he leaked it or whether they leaked it themselves.
Oh, maybe. That's a great point. Maybe they leaked it themselves to try to denigrate Matt, which is an even dumber decision, honestly, than sending the memo, because how do you misread how this is going to be taken by the industry?
It's like, it's tricky. Obviously, the media has a lot of rivalries, and there's people who hate each other. But there's also a sense of, like, this could be me. And I think that the media, to some extent rallied behind Matt.
Yeah.
Not just PMC, but other people, because it's like, yeah, I made a joke like, hey, UTA, if you want to really, get back of a ride, leak me all their news. That'll really piss them off. But, like, I saw journalists coming out and having Matt's back, which is like, yeah, the plan backfired for Kramer. He tried to use the media to attack the media, and instead we were like, no, you don't get to do that.
It's really weird too, because he's not a novice to the town. So what was the logic here? It just really escapes me what the logic was here. And if I'm a client of UTA, Jeff, I don't want to stick around now. Like this is the other element. It's like you might have fucked yourself in 3 or 4 different ways by putting out that memo. And if you leaked it yourself, you really did. Because now, why would you stay if you could jump now?
At the end of the day, I wouldn't make career decisions based on like a bad PR move from David Kramer. I care about the movies that they're getting me or not getting me.
Sure, fair.
So, I saw like there was like, oh, well, what's Timmy going to do? Timmy's their biggest client. He did overtures over the years. Timmy, if your career is going well, which I think it is,
yes,
don't do anything. I don't care what David Kramer said in that regard. Like, if these guys are getting you good jobs and making you good deals, fucking ride it out. You don't need CA or WME. UTA is just as effective in that regard. I think with some of these other instances, like Judd Apatow, it was time for a change. Okay,
right.
Like UTA, you fucking tanked that. Like that was the golden goose who was laying all the golden eggs. Then he stopped. It's like, it's time for a shakeup. Nikki Glazer, she wanted to go to the next level and be something that maybe she isn't.
Right.
Like, UTA did right by her. Like,
I think so too. Yeah.
So, and that's what you have to say to David Kramer. Like, you can hold your heads high. Like, this isn't like terrible play. And it's not just on Kramer. It's on the fucking Corpcom guy, whoever the fuck he is, who let him do it.
Yeah. I agree with you. Oh, Jeff, our argument went so long. We've got 2 or 3 more stories I wanted to get to, but like maybe. Okay, all right. I don't know how much time you have, but like, dude.
For you, I got all the time in the world.
Thank you, Jeff. We only have 23 super chats. Come on, we just gave you an explosive fight and battle and debate, and you all can't send in more super chats than 23 super chats. Come on, y'all. Send in your love, your questions, thoughts, and comments as we go along. We got to talk about this, Jeff. Ridley Scott. As maybe somebody on this show predicted, Ridley Scott's ego got the best of him, and he's apparently coming back to work on another Alien installment, this time focused on Michael Fassbender's David, which really underscores underlines the reason that Fede Alvarez was moved off of this thing. And the rumor was because he wanted to use David, that Ridley legitimately wanted to use David. So now apparently this is what's happening. Your thoughts on all this? Ridley Scott coming back to Alien and focusing on a David-led story.
I mean, again, not surprising because like we've said for a while, I think Ridley wants to come back to this franchise. I mean, his career didn't start with Alien. It started with The Duelists, but
right.
I think this would be an interesting way to bring his career full circle and kind of retire on an Alien movie. I told you about the David stuff, right? That who was it, Blomkamp?
Yeah,
right?
Blomkamp. Yeah,
and then there was some issues there because Ridley wanted to use him, or maybe it was Fede. Sorry, I forgot.
It was Fede who wanted to use David.
Right,
yes.
right, it was Fede.
Yeah,
I think Asbel over at Fox, God bless him, needs to take a little bit of control of this franchise in this situation.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to say no to Ridley and everything. And if you're going to go the Ridley route, then go the Ridley route. But right now, we've got a Ridley project over here with David. We've got a weird sequel to Romulus over here. Is that from Brian Duffield, who I think is writing it?
Yeah.
Or he's writing another Alien movie. Then there's rumors that Sebastian Vanacek, who I'd heard, was maybe going to do Romulus too, and then not. He could be doing a different movie in the like too many Alien projects, and plus there's Alien Earth. Too much going on with Alien. Got to figure out where to go from here. That's Asbel's decision.
Right.
I don't know what I want to see, whether I want to see Ridley and Fassbender one more time, whether I want to see a Romulus follow up with those characters, whether I want to see something completely different. I don't know, but got to pick a lane.
It's never worked. Let's tell the honest truth. None of these Alien movies with David in them have been good or universally beloved, like Aliens, like the first Alien movie. They haven't. And so this idea that he's all of a sudden going to create an installment at this advanced age with David and say something poignant about AI or a tech or what's going on in our world is nonsense. I think this is such a ridiculous, egotistical thing to do. Fede Alvarez brought the excitement back to the franchise with Romulus. Let him go forward. Give him David. Get off of your white ego old man shit and fucking let it go. Let the young Latino kid take it from here, and deliver some really interesting things. He's going to deliver another mixed bag of a movie that's going to underperform at the box office. And now, great, you get your swan song. But who cares? So to me, this is just a mistake. And if you could still sell movies, Dog Stars wouldn't be tanking at the box office. What was the other one? The one with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Jodie Comer made $5 million or whatever. Like, you can't sell a movie anymore. And there's such a mixed bag of these Alien films that he's directed. I don't think there's excitement in the fan base that he's coming back. So to me, it's a mistake. I mean,
truthfully, I don't think I want to see any of these guys again. Like, I want something completely new. And I was talking about it with Jamie this morning, and that was part of the appeal, I think, of the Aliens franchise was we got four totally different movies right off the bat, from Ridley Scott, James Cameron, David Fincher, and Jean-Pierre Jeunet.
Right.
Four completely different movies from four completely different filmmakers, and that's what I want to see continue. Like, I don't want to see sequels or whatever. Just have someone come in and put a new stamp on it every few years.
Right. What about this situation with do you like the title for the new Cliff Booth movie? The Further Misadventures of Cliff Booth. It was fine, but what do you think, Jeff? Did you like the title?
Yeah, it's a little cutesy. It's a bit of a mouthful. Right. I probably would have just called this Cliff Booth.
Yeah, just call it Cliff Booth. You're being too cute, aren't you? You're being too cute with this.
Misadventure, with the hyphen and everything. Again, I'm not. This is my most anticipated movie of the year, right? I have faith in it. I can't wait to see it. It's my two favorite filmmakers teaming up.
Okay.
Am I hearing good things? I have to be honest. No, I'm not.
Ooh, shit. Ah, damn.
I know we talked about the Fincher thing and how Fincher doesn't, there's a point in all his movies that he doesn't really love what he's done. I'm told Quentin is not loving what he's seeing. That doesn't surprise me because these are two totally different filmmakers, right? They're both super fucking cool. But Fincher is not Tarantino, and I could see Tarantino just watching this being like this isn't my shit, man. Like, this isn't the guy I did. Like, why don't you do like I would do it? A very weird pairing. So haven't heard the greatest things. The fact that we still haven't gotten a proper teaser or trailer makes me getting 25-second title card things. I don't know.
When is this supposed to come out, Jeff? Isn't it later this year or next November?
Less than 3 months from today.
Jesus Christ. That's not going well. All right, we should move on. What about Dan Stevens? What do you think about this? Dan Stevens is RoboCop, leading the way here under James Wan's direction. Do you like this? Are you a fan of this? Talk to me.
Yeah, I like this. I think this is good for him. A little bit of a higher profile show.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch him in The Terror? The new season of The Terror, Devil and Silver.
Oh, no, I did not. Is he good in that?
He's fine, and I'm looking
Okay.
forward to Onslaught. I've always liked Dan Stevens, but he's kind of been wasted. So it's nice to see him take on something cool like RoboCop. I mean, the show could go either way, but I think coming from James Wan, it could be cool.
I think it could be cool as well. And I like that Dan is kind of, because he's such a good actor. This is a fun actor to bring into something like this. I haven't seen Onslaught. I see it as a screening on Monday. I hope I like it. But I want to see what he does in it because it looks from the trailer he's doing something really eccentric and weird. So I like that about him. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm a fan of it. All right, Jeff, we should definitely talk. I mean, we haven't talked about this yet. We should definitely talk about the losses that we experienced this week, brother. Dolly Parton passing away, Tim Curry passing away as well, and then Peter Cullen this morning, the voice of Optimus Prime, passing away. So for a lot of us who grew up in the 80s and 90s, these are three iconic people in our lives. So your thoughts on their losses, bro, this week?
I mean, I think that it had been out in the ether that Dolly had been sick, and that
her sister had posted about it.
Yeah, neither one really caught me by surprise. Obviously, Dolly's a legend, all right, and in so many different ways, music, movies, and just like what she meant as a woman and to womanhood.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So tough for me to really put that into words. Like I listened to a few of her songs over the years. I wouldn't say I'm like some huge Dolly Parton fan. Growing up as a little boy, Dolly Parton, just like you made fat jokes about Oprah, you made big boob jokes about Dolly Parton. Okay. But she always had a good sense of humor about that stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, just like a really generous woman, it sounds like by many accounts.
Yeah. What about Tim Curry? Anything to say on that? Were you a Tim Curry person?
Curry hit me a little bit harder because like I grew up watching this guy's stuff. I was never a Rocky Horror guy. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, Dr. Frank Enford. Like that's a great performance, but that wasn't my jam. My shit was like Pennywise and It. That's one of the most terrifying performances of my life. I saw that when I was 8 or 9 years old. Fucked my shit up. Home Alone 2, like almost basically stole that movie.
Yeah.
He was great in Home Alone 2. I loved him in that. There's a few other things that I really liked him in over the years. Yeah. I wish, he suffered a stroke, 10 or 12 years ago? I would have seen him keep acting a little bit into his older years, but obviously he got robbed.
Yeah. I mean, a fantastic actor. I mean, you look at even the films that weren't good, he would always shine. Like Oscar, that terrible Sylvester Stallone comedy. Tim Curry is hilarious in that. He's so good in Hunt for Red October when he's like the guy who doesn't know what's happening. It's all happening underneath him. And the doctor they trick, he's fantastic in that, right? People love Clue. So there was always so much. And I think his turn as the devil or a demon in Legend is one of the most amazing performances of a devil or a demon ever in the history of movies, man. He is so unrecognizable in that role, and the makeup and everything is amazing. An uneven film, but he was amazing in that film. So yeah.
I want to watch his Tales from the Crypt episode, which I heard. Multiple characters like Eddie Murphy and Eddie Professor or something.
Right. And Peter Cullen for me, of course, very sad. As a massive Transformers fan, I mean, the Transformers the movie. I remember being in a theater when what happened, Optimus Prime happened to it at the end of the movie. So this is kind of like reliving that all over again, and it's heartbreaking because such an amazing voice, man, such an amazing talent on so many levels, and to find out, which I didn't know today, that his brother is his Marine brother is the one who influenced him on how to create the voice of Optimus Prime. That was an incredible surprise to find out today as well. So heartbreaking loss on so many levels as well, Jeff. I don't know if you're a big Transformers guy or not, but yeah. All right. One last thing, the trailers. Any good trailers this week? We had, other than the Fjord, when we did have another Social Reckoning, we had ourselves an Ali G trailer, the Unabomber trailer. We're all old enough that Jacob Tremblay is now playing the Unabomber. Your thoughts on any of these trailers this week or anything you saw this week, bro?
That's a good question. I am looking forward to Unabomber. I wish that they had just called it Unabomb. I thought that was a more interesting title than Unabomber.
Okay.
But I'm interested in that story.
Okay.
Ali G, that's going to be a bit of a chore to get through, don't you think?
I feel like Jackass, like it's run its course. I don't know that people are excited for an LAG movie, bro. You know, I don't.
There was a teaser for Anthony Mackie's new Apple show, 12-12-12.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Okay.
Could go either way. It's him and Jamie Dornan.
Okay.
I would say I did watch some stuff this week. What did I watch? The thing that I was most impressed by that I really want to impress upon you people is Don't Say Good Luck. Did you watch that?
No, what is that? Don't Say Good Luck. Which one's that one?
That's the cancer drama starring Adam Sandler's daughter, Sunny Sandler, and Melanie. That, if you've ever lost somebody to cancer, which if you are alive right now, I imagine that you have lost somebody to cancer.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah.
Pretty devastating fucking movie, I got to tell you.
Okay.
I was an absolute sobbing mess, and I really I got to hand it to Sunny Sandler. I thought she was excellent. I know people dismiss her as a Nepo baby, or she's only getting these projects because her father's involved. I think it's time for her to be put on studio lists or indie lists or whatever. Like, she doesn't need to have her father producing movies that she's in. She is that good.
Wow.
At this movie. So can't sing her praises enough. What else did I see this week?
How about Julia Hart as a director? Like, did you like what she did with the movie? Like, it's clearly, if you like the movie, do you think there's anything?
It was funny. I got a text from Jordan today. So Jordan is her husband, who wrote.
Oh, yes.
Movie. He's the one.
Jordan Horowitz.
Right, who with the La La Land Moonlight thing.
Yes.
I honestly don't know if I've heard from Jordan since that night.
Wow.
Since the Oscar night. It's been a long time, but someone must have forwarded him my newsletter last night, and he sent me
nice.
today. And maybe I'll interview somebody from that movie because I really think it's a special one. It needs critic support because Netflix, they just kind of dump these movies and expect.
I didn't even know it was out. I did not. It's not even on the front page when I cycle through. So yeah, okay.
Yeah, because there's no big star. What I'm looking forward to this weekend though. I'm gonna watch is The Whisper Man.
Okay.
That's the Robert De Niro movie with Adam Scott.
Oh, right. Is that coming out on Netflix this weekend?
Tonight, I guess.
Oh, shit.
And I read that book a while ago, and I am actually eager to check that out.
It says 28th, so tomorrow, but maybe it'll drop at midnight tonight, as you're saying. Yeah, so it'll come out tonight.
What else? I saw Buddy. Buddy was not good.
Oh, damn it. All right.
Sorry.
It was on my schedule for this weekend. Buddy, Coda versus Acme.
It's definitely not a John movie. Oh, no.
No, Buddy isn't? Oh, okay.
No. I know you, buddy. Trust this, buddy. Buddy's not for you. And there's going to be critics who love it and people who think Too Many Cooks is right up their alley. I don't think so.
Did you get the chance to see Coda versus Acme or Dog Stars? Either one of those yet or no?
Okay. I had a ticket to see Dog Stars tonight, and I decided I'm not going to go. I'm going to go see Idiots instead.
Oh, yeah. Idiots is out. That's right. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, started what I've been watching I want to talk about.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Furious. You watching Furious?
Oh, I'm not, but it just got greenlit for a season 2. Apparently,
that's what I want to talk about. I'm like, I was under the impression this is a limited series, and I understand.
I thought so too.
As a streamer, when you have a hot limited series like The White Lotus or whatever the fuck it may be, you're like, how do I just let this go? Like we
Shogun
hit right, like we got to do a second season. I'm now nervous heading into the finale for Furious because I want closure. And granted, I could still get the closure, and season 2 of the show could be another case or whatever. But I'm now nervous heading into the Furious finale because I thought I was going to get a real finale, and now I'm getting something that leaves it open for season 2. And it's not the only streaming show that is doing that, and I can't say more.
I don't understand announcing a new season before a finale of a season. I just do not get the logic, Jeff. Because in your mind, you already go, well, they're going to survive. They're probably going to survive. They're going to live. And it's like it kills the tension that you will have going into the show. It's so dumb to announce it. Announce it right after the finale.
I completely agree. It's yet another example of like corporate communications people not getting it. Just like how, like, if you're a publicist in the room making these decisions, like, doesn't anybody say something like, "Hey, we've just come so far for 7 weeks on this show. That's been a sleeper hit all summer. Why are we announcing this? Wait, let people watch the finale, and then they'll see that that there's going to be a season 2." Like, makes no sense.
Well, we started the Lockerbie show that's on Netflix. Highly recommend that one. We're almost done. Jeff, I'd seen so many documentaries on this. I was like, I don't know. And then in the first 5-10 minutes, I'm like, this feels a little. And then it kicked in, and I've been hooked ever since. So we're loving it. We're going to finish it off tonight.
What do you think?
I started. Go ahead. What
do you think of Connor?
I like him. I really do. What have they been looking at him for, Jeff? Were you saying Batman, or what were they looking at?
No, I was just saying, when I was watching it, I thought of Bond. But let me ask you, watching him, did you see him more as like a Bond guy or a Rory Kinnear guy?
Yeah, more the Rory Kinnear guy.
Okay.
I mean, he seems like a Doctor Who, to be honest with you. Like that would be the next step if I would, because he has shades of. What's his face from fucking Game of Thrones, from House of the Dragon? He has shades of him. So I think that could be an interesting choice if they were to open that again. But yeah, I could see the Rory Kinnear more than I could see the Bond stuff. Also, he's tall, isn't he? He's kind of tall. So
yeah.
But there's so many good Scottish. And look, I've never seen Suits, but that guy in the show, I'm like, maybe I should give Suits a shot. We'll see.
Oh yeah.
He plays a good one. Yeah. But the other, I'm an hour into the Vince Young thing. Fuck me, dude. That's like crack. That is crack to me, dude. I love that shit, man. I'm loving that. So for you guys who don't know, it's a documentary on Netflix on Vince Young, Untold. It's another episode in the series. I can't wait for the breakdancing one for the Australian girl. Oh my God. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I don't know if there's anything else I've watched this week, but that was pretty much it. We've been watching this week. So, all right, shall we get into the questions? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. All right, Dennis Hoffman says, in my opinion, all these names for Bond sort of bore me except for Elordi. He can play Cole like Daniel and O'Connell because that would be so weird. LOL. But in Denis, I trust. Not Denise, but Denis. Both those guys are 36 though. So, I guess Elordi's younger, but he's tall.
Elordi's not 36. Elordi's 29.
Right. He's 20, but he's tall. O'Connell is 36.
Yeah, like Elordi would be good if he just looked the part a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah. Mumra says, did you ever watch the 9 to 5 series? It had 5 seasons. Also, who would you cast in the 4 leads for a new 9 to 5? Plot is still timely. R.I.P. Dolly and Dabney. Oof, that's a tough question, bro.
I mean, they were working on one.
Oh, were they?
And that's like one of my biggest scoops, I think, was that there's a 95 remake. I think Jen Anson's working on it. Who would I cast? I mean, maybe you cast Indy Navarrete these days. I would have said Selena Gomez or Ariana Grande. I don't know. Sydney Sweeney. I don't know.
I mean, that seems like the logical choice for the Dolly Parton role, Sydney Sweeney. That just seems the logical choice. But yeah, absolutely. I never watched the series, though. I just, here's the truth. I've never seen the movie. I've never seen 9 to 5, and I'm going to do a reaction to it. I'm going to record myself watching it this weekend and put it up on the channel next week. I've never seen the movie. Sam Oyelet says, thoughts on Chris Hansen wanting to sue A24? Good publicity for the movie. I haven't seen that he's wanted to sue them, Jeff. Have you?
I think he's exploring his options. I think all headlines are good for this movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're a public figure, man. Welcome to the real world, Samuel, do we see Legend of Zelda and Call of Duty having the same box office success as Minecraft? They are big franchises. Not Call of Duty. Maybe Zelda. No way Call of Duty is making $900 million fucking dollars. Or $1 billion. No way.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it would depend on how they look and that kind of thing. I mean, I don't get like Mario vibes from Zelda. I was always a Mario guy more than Zelda, but that movie could be huge.
Yeah, could be.
It could be huge.
Sam also says, the further we get close to it, the further less I want to see the further misadventures of Cliff Booth. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Sam also says, do we believe as soon as Adria Arjona is confirmed as Wonder Woman and Man of Tomorrow, we get an announcement for the movie in 2028? That's a good question, Jeff. I mean, she posted again on Instagram this week, like shots of her muscles and talking about how much she's working out. She's laying it on pretty thick, bro. So what are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't know when they'll officially announce it, if they'll officially announce it, if we're going to be playing this stupid fucking game up until release date day, if they're taking a page out of the Jean Grey, Sadie Sink playbook of like, come see, come find the mystery. I don't think for the role of Maxima, you're putting yourself through the paces like this girl is.
Yeah, good point. Sam also says, thanks for the awesome show as always. Thank you, Sam. Thanks for the super chats, bro. W. Grat says, Rocha was born in Philly. I thought he had that dog in him. Go Birds. Yeah, I was only there for a year, though, as a baby. I was born in Jefferson Hospital. We lived in Philly. Mom walked me home. She was a nurse in Philly. But then we moved to Virginia after that. So, the Eagles. Dennis Hoffman, big love. Jeff, hearing anything on Jeff Johns' Brian Hitch Red Coat film with Chuck Roven producing? Super fun comic from Image.
No.
Haven't heard anything.
What you're talking about, Dennis? Sorry.
Figs 1210 says, hey, Hot Mike, Jeff, I liked your upcoming originals film list. Have you received any reactions on Fast yet or any others on the list?
I mean, no, not really. But like Fast, I think they feel good about that movie, Warner Brothers. I think they gave it a better release date. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Next year, the reactions. A real test for Brandon Sklenar because he's not going to be. He's not going to have Sydney Sweeney to lean on, or like a big best-selling book to lean on, right? Like The Housemaid was. Like these are real tests.
Yeah.
The Fast and The Rescue.
His Glenn Powell year. This is going to be his Glenn Powell year. Prove it or lose it. Yeah. Quincy Ryan, Mitch McConnell will return at Avengers Doomsday. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Fantastic. After Elordi as Frankenstein's monster, he'd be my Bond villain, Jaws. He could do Jaws? I guess. I don't know if you want to do Jaws in this Bond, so.
I think he's better than all of this stuff.
That's fair. Though Yankee says, was going to pass on Transformers, the movie 40th anniversary for Endgame Encore. Can't do that now with Peter Cullen gone. R.I.P. Dolly, Tim, and Pete. Yeah. Jeff, what do you think about that? The 7 minutes they're adding to that Endgame Encore. There's apparently 4 minutes for everyone else and then an extra 3 minutes if you go see it in IMAX. So does it make sense to you at all, man?
No, it makes sense as a gigantic money suck. Then you'd have to be a real sucker to go see it.
I hope they give us a screening as critics so we don't have to pay.
Sure, we'll get those scenes dumped online within 2 days of the movie opening. Like,
yeah, that's true. No, 100%.
A fucking 3-hour movie so I can see 3 more minutes. Like, it wasn't in the movie the first time for a reason.
Yeah, when they're trying to tie it up.
Old footage or just like new footage that they're
No, it's new footage. They've shot new footage that they're going to connect up to Doomsday. That's what they're doing. So
awesome.
Yeah. I wonder if Hulk's in that new footage. Card24, thoughts on Cameron Brink calling out Enos Cantor? Well, I already tweeted about this and said she was 100% right. He's there are legitimate conversations to be had on this, but the stunt queen shit that Cantor did, that's not how you have legitimate discussions about this stuff. Anything you want to say, Jeff?
He's a moron.
Yeah, utter moron. Oh, Yankee, I'm with Jeff. Read 007 BS. Do better, Amazon. Oh, there you go. Message to McCall says, choose one. Theater with better sound, 10 minutes away that costs you $24 for everything per trip. Or Regal, 40 minutes away, unlimited monthly, $13 for popcorn and drink per trip.
I think it's definitely the first option.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. Sam says,
$7 worth of 30 minutes. It's as simple as that.
Are you driving a hybrid or are you driving a regular car?
Plus, it's really an hour, right? Because it's 30 minutes each way.
Right.
The difference being $11 still. So.
Yeah. Sam says, seeing a lot about Alan Ritchson as Bane and Josh Brolin's Deathstroke online. Any truth to it? I don't think there's any truth to it, Jeff. Are you hearing things?
Where did this break?
It came up on Twitter today.
Interesting.
Are you saying you've heard something? Are you
trying to get me to say what I... Yeah, are you trying to get me to say what I had heard months ago?
Oh, whoa.
Let me check, because that source... Hold on.
Here, let me take this down and bring up the tweet. It's from Fortress of DC. They tweet, Alan Ritchson has been discussing roles with DC Studio for some time, and Bane is one of them. He is likely to land the part and star in Deathstroke and Bane movie. DC Studios is interested in Josh Brolin for the role of Deathstroke. Joe Manganiello will not be returning. So other places have picked it up as well, talking about it. So yeah, Jeff, saying you heard something?
I mean, okay, fine. I mean, I'll just give it up at this point. This was a while ago, because I'd heard that these talks ended, but a month ago or whatever. I think I was teasing a scoop, and then it didn't materialize. I'd heard Ritchson was talking about Deathstroke.
Well, Ritchson would play Deathstroke, not Bane. Wow, that's more believable.
Maybe that's why those conversations ended, because he ended up taking Bane instead. But I did hear him for that project.
Ooh,
but I don't know who's going to direct it. I have no, because it's not going to be Greg Mottola or whoever.
No, it'll probably be James Gunn. Dennis Hoff. It says, Ellison has zero creativity, has bought his way into every hit, and never developed a decent thing. 35 films isn't happening. Look at Disney 20th. How many films at 20th make a year post-merger? I mean, Dennis isn't wrong, in my opinion. I know you think he's wrong, but I don't think he's wrong in my opinion.
Has anyone on this podcast said 35 films will happen? Dennis, I know you're listening, Dennis.
Yeah, no one said that on the podcast.
No one said 35 films. He has said for months 30 films. That's what I said 30 times on the show today. And 30 is going to be easy.
So just a little window into my life. The Lady Outlaw just texted me going, you guys are too fucking loud. I'm taking a walk. I'll be back in half an hour.
I didn't even yell at this time. I'm calm.
No, I mean earlier. She texted me this like 15 minutes ago. We were battling about Paramount.
Wow.
Fiona George, thank you, Fiona. Very kind of you. John McTierlist says, is there any chance of Schmodown coming back? Well, I mean, Christian is promoting this possibility on the Kickstarter that for his television show, that if he gets a certain number, he'll put together a 16-person tournament, Jeff. So you and I may be coming out of retirement if we want to. We'll see.
I'm ready. You guys should all support Christian and his Kickstarter.
Yeah.
He'd make a great sitcom dad. And he's been working hard on the show. And we all want the Schmodown back. I think he said if it's financed in one day, it would be a 16-person tournament. 2 days, 8 people. 3 days, he would do a live show. Yeah. I don't know where, I don't know when, but obviously you want to see me and Rocha on that show.
Come on now.
Who the fuck you guys want Chance Ellison? You guys want Chance Ellison?
Only his mom wants Chance Ellison. He said it might be in Vegas. So, dude, you and I in Vegas, that would be amazing. Come on.
Put it in the Sphere.
Yeah. Oh, my God, in the Sphere. Yes. Dude, the Outlaw on the Sphere with the mask and the hat. Say goodnight, dude. That'd be amazing. Cody on Film says, I don't like the shortlist for Bond. I wish list would be Pattinson, Aaron Taylor Johnson, or Taron Egerton. It's not going to be anybody. I'm with Jeff on this one. We may disagree on some things, but I'm with Jeff on this one. I don't think it should be anybody that's too well known, but someone exciting, someone electric.
You can't have Batman and Bond played by the same guy. This doesn't make sense.
Cody also says, honestly, the two performances I think of when I think of Tim Curry are the manager in Home Alone 2, as Jeff mentioned, and the professor in Scary Movie 2. Oh, that's right. I forgot about him in Scary Movie 2.
I think of Loaded Weapon 1 a lot. him with those Girl Scout cookies. I really do love him in that movie. That's a great movie if you guys haven't seen that.
I agree with you as well. Fucking Emilio.
Just a super underrated movie.
It's because Hot Shots was so big that his brother was in that people forget that Loaded Weapon. Emilio was great in Loaded Weapon. Jesus.
So wait, and who was and Sam Jackson? Sam
Jackson. Yeah, those two guys. Cody Hunt Film says Gosling would definitely be playing Bam Bam, right? Yeah, Jeff, what do you think about this Bam Bam Flintstones movie that Ryan Gosling is developing? What's going on here, man?
Bam Bam was a boy?
Yes, Bam Bam was a boy, the little boy.
I actually think it could be very funny.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. I know everyone was like, this is a crazy idea. No, this is actually an idea that's straight out of the Barbie playbook. Like, imagine it. It's just like, you know, you're a guy and everyone's like using their cell phones or doing this or that, and they've been using technology forever. And he's like, I don't know. I grew up, I had a fucking rock tablet. Like, I put a dinosaur for a pet. Like, I don't know. I think that could actually be a funny family movie.
Okay. All right. We'll see what happens. Darren, thank you, Darren, for the announcement on a Gunn extension. What?
I just announced it this episode.
There you
go. Got
one. Seal Bear, super sticker. Thank you, Seal Bear. Very kind of you. Supposedly at the Christian Harloff. This is not Christian Harloff. If it is, giving me $2 is nonsense. Would Jeff be in the 16-man tourney? Jeff already said.
Does he even call me Jeff?
Yeah, exactly. Sneider. It's always Sneider. That's how you know.
Sneider.
That's how you know it's not Christian.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I'm Two Fly Cam. Love Ridley, love Fassbender, but my God, I can't get excited about another David-led alien experiment gone wrong with him at the helm. Disappointed as fuck. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree, man.
We've seen it. I really like David, but we've seen it.
Better director. Bama Michael, like Sam Darnold before him, Quentin is seeing ghosts. Okay. Cool.
Sure.
Andrew Brown says, are we going to have two Bonds, Gibson and the film Bond? It will be cool. What does that mean?
I have no idea. Gibson? Oh, is it the video game? Patrick Gibson? Is that it?
Oh, I guess.
I think Patrick Gibson voicing Bond in the game.
Okay. Fair point. I bought the game. I haven't played it yet, but yeah. Okay.
Why is he? He's not even British, is he?
John DX Drag says, okay, you looking at it?
Yeah. Irish.
Is it him?
Patrick Gibson Bond? Yes. 007 first, whatever.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Two Bonds. There you go. John DX Drag says, I know it's a long shot to ask, but Rocha and Sneider, any chance we maybe see a return of some form for the Underworld horror series, maybe for TV? I mean, that's not a bad idea, Jeff. The Underworld films went on for quite a few installments. Doing a series that kind of explores that world again, I wouldn't ignore that. What about you?
You can actually create your own if you just edit pieces of the werewolf movie and fucking Nosferatu. Just take Robert Eggers' movies and chop them up.
And pretty soon.
Personally, I don't care about Underworld at all. This is not a franchise I ever sparked to. But in the wake of Resident Evil, coming out this fall,
we got 3 weeks. It's in 3 weeks, Jeff.
I could see Underworld making a comeback, but it would need a director like Zach Kreger, like a big genre director, to put their imprint on it. Yeah. I don't think you could just like let the IP lead there.
Yeah. Damn it. I just got my invite for Primetime, the screening. September 21st. I don't want to wait that long. Damn. Send it to me now.
Primetime invites? I got nothing.
Cartoon 49, but Ridley says he's an influencer. Yeah, that bullshit. Ugh, Ridley. Played Out says, for the cause, sorry for Liverpool falling into Bezos' clutches. EPL is just governments, private equity, and oligarchs' PR campaigns. I know, but Bezos isn't controlling it yet. He's only got 38%. The FSG still controls the majority of it. So, but we'll see, man. But we could use the money to get some players, so I don't have a problem with that. Nathan also says, Rocha, Jeff, any X-Men casting rumors updates? Thank you, Jeff, for all you do with the newsletter. Yeah, that's at the Insider.
X-Men casting rumors. I'm out of that game. No, I haven't heard anything new. I think Danny Ramirez Miami Vice casting.
Is he? Oh, go ahead. Danny's in it. Is he cast?
Danny Ramirez got a role in Miami Vice. Yeah.
Oh, nice. That seems to make all the sense in the world. Danny's got the look and the attitude for that, so that's perfect. And it's it's in Miami, for God's sake. You got to get Latinos in there. Sun Devil Roadrunners is merger versus acquisition. Are they simply acquiring the rights to Warner and there's a larger parent company they both will be under, or smushing them together? Smushing them together. There will be no parent company in charge of both of them. It will be Paramount. Right, Jeff?
Right. Bonta's pushing for separation, for separate teams and everything. And I do think that there would be separate teams to start, but obviously the idea is to integrate those teams. Yes.
Yeah.
That does mean a loss. Yes.
Yeah. John Ashford says, R.I.P. Dolly, such a force for good. Absolutely. Did you see the story of her confronting Stallone on the set of Rhinestone in her biography book? I did not see that. Did you see that, Jeff? I didn't know that.
No, I only know about Rhinestone Cowboys.
Hey,
I don't know the story. She confronted Stallone. No.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Stallone, how dare you?
In her, while shooting. Okay, so while shooting an alleyway scene through a cold night, Parton and Stallone were warmed by heaters and blankets on set. But Parton noticed a man shivering next to some bins, instantly grabbing one of her shawls to wrap around him. In her autobiography, she said that Stallone stopped her and said, just as I wrapped the shawl around the man, Stallone walked up and jerked it away. Don't put that good shawl over that scum. He could have made something of himself. We did. Wow. Stallone, after grabbing the shawl back, she stood nose to nose with him saying, that could have been you, you ungrateful son of a bitch, except by the grace of God. Who knows? It could be an angel sent to show you what you really are. Stallone was said to have rectified things the next day, and a crew member let Parton know he'd bought the man a blanket by way of an apology. Stallone, who already had great chemistry with Parton, seemed to respect her more for her no-nonsense approach. Oh, Sylvester. Fiona George. Dolly Parton was such a bright light in today's world. We need more of those people right now. You can be those people. This is the thing I want to say to people. Like, I saw the hashtag going this week, Jeff. Be like Dolly. Don't be like Dolly. Don't be Dolly. You are your own person. Dolly said it over and over again. Be the best you can be. So be a light yourself. Don't try to imitate Dolly. Be your own version. Be your own light. That's what she essentially tried to get you guys to understand. So that's what I would tell people. Brit XOXO, RIP Dolly. Any biopic casting ideas? A star? Margot Robbie? I couldn't see that. Jeff, don't say it. Don't say what I think you're going to say, because I know what I think you're going to say, you son of a bitch. I mean, I don't know if anybody could do Dolly, man. That's such a difficult role, dude, on so many levels. Plus the physicality. Zion Miguel, could you all see Tom Pelfrey or Alexander Skarsgård as Magneto? Lee Pace, I feel like, is too old and is too much for Chris Abbott. LOL. Thanks. Or too much for Chris Abbott. Yeah.
Not Tom Pelfrey, no.
Yeah, maybe
really. I don't know. I don't know if I love either of those. Magneto.
I agree with you. Zion Miguel, over under 30%. Pattinson gets 2 nominations this year. Yeah, would he get nominated for Best Supporting and Best Actor,
under.
Jeff?
I'll take the
under. Okay. Al Smithy, hey, Hot Mike, any info on whether Heat 2 will be shot digitally, shot on 35 millimeter, shot digitally and on 35 millimeter VistaVision, or shot on Michael Mann's iPhone? Jeff, what do we know here?
I don't know shit.
Yeah. Adam Jimenez, I'm seeing the Oasis doc next week. Oh, you bastard. Great. Don't get me a yawn. Do you think it will be Disney's big push for best doc at the Oscars? Music docs do good. No. For example, Summer of Soul and Amy.
Yeah, like Summer of Soul is telling like an important story. Yeah. Amy is telling a story about like an artist who passed. Like,
yeah.
The Oasis doc is not being nominated for best documentary. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was there. I was at the Oasis show last year. Good show. Not going to be an Oscar-winning documentary made out of it.
There you go. Cartoon 49. I saw Manhunter, the final cut last week in theater for the first time, and I was impressed. It's totally the definition of an 80s film. Oh, yeah. 100%. Have you seen it yet, Jeff, in the theater?
I've seen it in the theater before. I didn't go see this new cut, but
okay.
the big screen before.
Okay. It's not showing anywhere near me, the new cut, so I missed out on it. Roach Smite says, so what's the deal with Secret Wars? Has it started shooting yet? Can this make its release date at this point? Any news? Smithy's got to know. I don't know. Is there anything out there, right, Jeff? I don't think they've started shooting.
It's supposed to start shooting this month, but it may start next month.
Okay.
So.
Really? Next month? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Jay Blink says, Happy Dog Stars is finally coming out this weekend. I saw the trailer attached to every movie I've seen over the past few months, and I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sick of it too.
Are you muted? Oh.
No,
sorry, I got the wrong thing. Sorry. Hold on. I got to switch out. My things are running out. So, all right, say it again. Sorry.
Not a great trailer, John.
Oof.
I'm glad.
I know, not a great trailer.
Anymore either.
Yeah, I agree. I might not even see it, to be honest. And I see almost every Ridley Scott movie, but I have no interest.
VOD. That's a wait for Hulu.
Good point. Matt Sister McCall, you think I swear we'll get a Best Picture nomination? Thought it was great. Also, is there a retail or fast food place you hate and refuse to do business with, and why? I Swear's on Netflix, I think, right now, Jeff, right? Or HBO? Yeah.
Rewatched the first half hour this week. I don't think it'll be nominated for Best Picture. Unfortunately, it's just a little too small, and I don't think that the last year's, or I guess it's this year's controversy will help it. But it is great, and it absolutely deserves an audience. So check it out on Netflix. I was actually nice. It was nice to see it included in Variety's piece today about 7 movies that could affect the Oscar race.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, speaking of I Swear, yesterday I got the chance to interview Patrick Bramall, Brendan Cowell, and Maxine Peake, who plays the mom in I Swear, for Last Scene, the new Apple TV show that's coming out. And I got to sit down with him for like 15 minutes and have a conversation with him. Maxine is a joy, utter joy. And so I'm cheering for that film and cheering for her. So
she just booked a big week with Kate Winslet.
Oh, yeah. I saw that as well. Yeah. So, but yeah, that'll come out on September 1st next week. Jay Blanks is
John.
Fast food. Oh yeah. Do you answer a fast food place you hate? Probably Jack in the Box. I'm not a Jack in the Box person, Jeff.
I'm not really either. Long John Silver, I think.
How dare you? The Hush Puppies. The Hush Puppies are amazing.
Sorry. Next.
Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to get some water because I'm out of fucking. Let's see. Jay Blink says loaded weapon is so underrated. Colt, what brought you here? Destiny. A taxi. Colt. Yeah, but why? Destiny. My car's in the shop. Quincy Ryan. I don't think I'll ever understand the hate for Prometheus and Covenant. Gladly take another stab at Alien over the last few things he's done. Bummed Fede is out though. Romulus is fantastic. Agreed, man. Agreed.
I like Prometheus too. I don't really get the hate for it. It's something different.
Drew Skizzy, ever spent time in Atlanta? Yes. We did a live Schmodown match in Atlanta. Dan versus Ben Bateman, and I was managing Dan, and I also did stand-up in Atlanta, or as I like to call it, Black Atlanta. Jeff, that's the nickname.
You actually like to call it Black Atlanta?
That's a nickname for Atlanta. Yeah.
You're like, I'm going to Black Atlanta this weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I've been there for a wedding, and it was
nice.
And I went there for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Oh, nice.
Chill with Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. You know, our friend who we're going to get on the show because his publicist keeps sending us stuff, Straw Hat Goofy. We got to get him on the show, Jeff. He was in Africa. He was sent as an influencer to Africa to shoot little pieces, content for the promotion of Lion, which is out now on Disney Plus. So shout out to him. We're definitely going to have him on the show, though. He has reached out to us.
What is that?
It's a new documentary series on Disney Plus where you're following a young lion through the years. Thank you, babe. Appreciate you. Oh. So anyway, Straw Hat Goofy will be here at some point in our show. Oh, not today, but at some point. All right, Fred says, orale microfono caliente. With the sad passing of 2 legendary people, rank these movies they're in near and dear to my heart. No laughing. Muppet Treasure Island, 9 to 5, The Three Musketeers, Steel Magnolias, Oscar. Oh, shit, man.
Pass.
Okay. I will say
any of these movies. I don't even know.
I will say Steel Magnolias, Three Musketeers. I haven't seen 9 to 5, but I'll put it there. Muppet Treasure Island and Oscar. Oscar is a big miss from Stallone, unfortunately. Is it SLID says, was there any rumblings on who Universal might be looking at for the director of the next Jurassic World movie, Jeff? Have you heard anything?
No.
Okay, there you go. Samuel says, hey, have you seen Teenage Sex and Death at Camp Miasma? I did and thought it was pretty good. Also, thoughts on Iowa and Montana AGs asking the Supreme Court to block the antitrust suit and does it have a shot? Feel like the mask get out of this merger. I don't know what that means. We already talked about the Iowa and Montana thing. It's so stupid, but at least in my opinion. But what did you think? Did you see Camp Miasma?
Yeah, it was horrible. Hated it.
Oh, really? Okay. Right.
Like Jane Schoenbrun, Jane, I defend. You should have a career. You should be making movies. You absolutely have an audience, right?
She wants Nightmare on Elm Street, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Jane, you have no business being anywhere near Elm Street. Give it up. You're not getting that meeting. I'll see to it personally if I have to.
Oh my God.
You don't make commercial movies. Elm Street is a big commercial play. You're not the right person. Keep making these personal movies and telling these stories because there is an audience for them. But you're not the person anyone should be hiring to do a big studio horror movie. That is insane. Sorry.
There you go. Okay. Thank you, Lou. Lou sent us in and says, when Daniel Craig did Layer Cake, he was immediately an interesting Bond candidate, and Casino Royale proved it. Despite every following entry getting less interesting, everyone on the short list are not interesting, but I'll trust Denis, though. Well, I would push back that every following entry after Casino Royale, I mean, Skyfall is the greatest James Bond movie ever made. No one will tell me any different. No one can convince me any differently. That's better than Casino Royale. Yeah. Jeff, I think you agree. No one is on that list is interesting.
I'm not excited about the choices.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Zedla Zerbia says, could it be that the Bond auditions are a part of why so many male X-Men characters you would expect to be in the movie have not yet been cast? Yes, no, maybe?
No, not really.
Okay. Also asks, Jack Barton is a particularly bizarre Bond pick. And I'm a fan of SAS, that show. I would not put him anywhere close to the top actors in that show. When Jack O'Connell, Connor Swindells, Dominic West, Stuart Campbell, Donald Film, Barclay Biggs, and Corin Silva all exist and are better on that show.
I mean, Stuart Campbell, to me, I think he has the look. As soon as I saw him in Half Man, I was just like, who the fuck is that guy? So he'd be much more exciting and interesting.
Okay.
Barton just doesn't have the look that I picture for James Bond.
Jacob McKenzie says, hello, John and Jeff. Do you know for the X-Men reboot, the actors for Iceman, Beast, and Angel? Jacob's like, here's $3. Give me who's cast as Iceman, Beast, and Angel. Come on, Jacob.
I got
think you're doing? Yeah. One last one, man. Sam Oyolette says over under 2.5 new movies for Ridley Scott.
Oh,
I would say over. Bro.
I'll say under.
Under 2.5. Okay.
He's got 1 or 2 left.
Stop yawning, motherfucker. All right. All right. That's everything. Let's get out of here. We've got it just a little bit past 6. Wow. Jeff, please let people know where they can find you and read all your stuff in the newsletter.
The InSnyder on Twitter, theinsnyder.com for all your newsletter needs. Let me know if you need a discount. Text line to my DMs, and the discount can be Furious. Furious is the discount code. That will get you 40% off if you're a new subscriber, of course. And then check out the merch store. It's going to be in the description of the YouTube, guys. Crazy story happened this week. A guy went to the movie theater wearing an InSnyder hat.
Whoa.
My producer buddies recognized the hat. He's like, struck up a conversation with this guy. The producer buddy is reading my friend's script now. Sorry. My producer friend is going to read this guy's script now.
Wow.
Wore the hat. So guys, buy hats, wear them when you go to the movie theater, because you never know who's going to watch the show and be like, hey, we should talk.
There you go. There you go. As for me, you can follow me at The Rocha Says on all social media. Subscribe to the channel, everybody. Please subscribe. Hit that bell button so you see dropping like all the content we do here this week. All right, we love you madly. Go rest. Take care of yourselves. Go see a movie this weekend. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode here of The Hot Mic. Peace until then.